you beforehand, like, you know, like, I'm not gonna talk about anything. Da, 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 blah, blah, blah. You know, get you all loose and shit, and let you know that it's gonna be. Bro, we're just gonna talk about stuff that's already happened. Yeah, you know.
Vlad gets undercover cops to come on. That's his gay. He doesn't even hide it.
The one that's going on right now with the fucking dirty cop. I remember that documentary.
I haven't seen. I seen it come up on the YouTube, but I haven't watched him yet.
Watch that documentary too, bro. That shit.
He loves that shit.
The whole precinct in East New York was fucking filthy, yo. Like, all these niggas were dirty, yo.
One of the, like, titles I saw was I robbed some plug and started my own. He's a fucking police.
Yo, he was doing the most, yo.
Crazy.
It's like the cops that were hanging with Suge.
Yeah, he interviewed like 10 of them. I saw those.
On that shit. Yo, I was at work and I listened to like fucking 30 episodes of that. They broke down the whole thing.
This guy brings up Suge Knight or Tupac and everything. That all leads back to that. Vlad loves that shit.
Vlad knows who killed Tupac.
Yo, we're on Versatile Vigilante right now, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes,
cheers
sir.
to you guys, man.
Cheers, yo. Thanks for having us, boy.
Yes.
Yo, we got a different vibe today. It's not just me today. It's not just the homies today. We got the youngest in charge, fucking Koda.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fax Cain.
Yes, sir.
We got the Dawn in the background as well. Remain nameless, not on some Vlad TV shit. But yo, fucking pleasure to have you guys, man. We're in the studio, different setting.
Pleasure to have you.
Yo, appreciate that, man. I want to ask you guys just right off the bat, how'd you two link up? Because you're both doing music, but you do different sides of the music stuff. Let's hear how you kind of linked up.
That same person that shall remain anonymous.
The Dawn of the whole shit.
We call her Mama G. Shout out Mama G. She actually reached out to me. She was supporting my shit for a while. I've been on and off with the music shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I guess she seen something in a nigga and brought it back to life, you know?
And then linked you guys.
Well, yeah, we know her mutually, right?
Yeah.
And,
okay.
She hit me up. I was like, "There's somebody I want you to work with. Just check them out." You know what I mean? Because she knew at the time. I was like, I had a handful of artists, so it was like I wasn't really messing with a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
But she showed me his music. I was like, this guy's voice is sick. Like he's got it. But she's like, I'm gonna bring him by, but she can't be by. So I met him. Dolo, right? So, but the first time I met him, we did a track, and
oh yeah, I just remembered that shit. I remember that first session.
Yeah, we did one track, and that was a wrap. Yeah,
and it's been history ever since.
It's the team. Every Friday since.
Yeah, I love that, yo.
And that was like
last
August or something like that.
Nah, bro. Yo, July? Actually, it's funny. Yeah, I think it might be today. Today's actually
since the first link up.
The 1 year anniversary.
We gotta cheers to that again on some real drink champs. I love that.
Today would be the first Friday I met these guys.
I've been hearing about you guys for a bit, and I was so curious. I'm like, yo, they got the team. They got the team together. I'm hearing new music coming out. I'm like, I gotta see this shit, bro. I gotta see what the factory is like, you know? So, yo, Fax, you've been in the music game for a while. You're telling me you were in radio, too. How'd you kind of get into the whole, like, entertainment vibe?
Well, the thing is, I wanted to be a DJ first back in the day, but that was expensive. So I decided to rap.
Okay. Yo, I like that honesty. That's a fucking true answer, bro. Equipment's expensive as hell.
USB stuff.
Nah.
There was no controllers and stuff like that, right? So, but yeah, I just started to rap and freestyle battle and stuff like that, but I always had a knack for recording myself.
Okay, you had that mind for it.
Was my thing, right? But I started making beats for myself because I couldn't find beats and shit.
Right.
You know, long story short, after a while, people started wanting my beats and stuff like that, and I started recording for a lot of different groups locally and stuff like that. But then I stopped making music for a minute, and I got into DJing finally.
Okay.
I could afford it, you know.
The time came.
And that's when I started doing radio. But that lasted about 5 years because I got tired. I wanted to get back into music. You know.
I like that. That's like the calling at the end of the day.
Yeah, so
and you said local. Was that Toronto?
London, mostly.
London.
Yeah, London. That's where most of my music started.
London, Ontario.
London, Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah. They got a lot of talent down there.
Really, eh?
Yeah, they do.
I love it out there. I only been out there twice, so that. Yeah, I fucking love it.
You filmed the video out there, no? I heard that through the grapevine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Frozen, yo.
There we go, building a little.
It was cold as fuck too.
That's
Literally
crazy, 'cause
frozen.
I was like, what, maybe like the 6th track we've done or something like that.
Yo, we that.
Like, but like we're at like track like 60.
Yeah.
That wasn't even. That was like fucking the 13th.
Yeah.
It was in the double digits. I remember that. Yeah.
So you got a project in the works, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Okay,
For sure.
that's gonna be fire.
So that first single, like,
Set the
don't
tone.
They don't even understand.
Is that an appetizer?
Oh, I don't even know if we call that the appetizer,
You know,
man.
we didn't even not
that-
saying.
That's like the bread that comes before the appetizer. You know what I'm
There we
saying?
go.
Like,
There we go.
The
straight
day
up.
we recorded that shit, like, and not that we thought it was trash or anything. The shit is knocking. Everything we do is knocking.
No, that shit's fire.
You know, but like it was like I remember I had work the next day. I'm like, all right, yo, I gotta be in and out this bitch.
Yeah.
Or something. And like the fucking verses that I had for it, I wrote one of them shits like 2 years ago. And the hook actually too. I had the hook on like a fucking YouTube beat, but you know how that shit go. But then that's probably what was like fueling me that day. It was like, all right, I gotta lay something down because I don't like leaving Fridays without like.
Something,
yeah,
yeah, 100%.
I can't go to sleep at night and shit.
Full record.
For sure.
Yeah, we need a
Every time.
full record.
Time is
Unless
money.
there's like something going on and it's like, all right, we got a busy weekend ahead.
Yeah.
That's the only time we and I wouldn't even call
That's
it.
probably only happened twice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that makes sense to me. You're in that mode. You gotta get something out.
Yeah.
So what led to you kind of turning up on the music shit? Because you said you were kind of on and off with it.
Opportunity, bro.
Yeah.
You know, when opportunity comes to you, yo.
Just
It took me a while to realize that shit. You know, the cliche thing, like everyone says, like, oh, you can't miss the opportunity. Only comes the Eminem shit once in a lifetime. You know, so but like a nigga had to apply that shit. Yo,
Yeah,
you know? So
bro. All those cliches are true as fuck.
they're
I'm like the
true,
king
just,
of those.
You know, you just don't like hearing them, but then you be going
Bro.
through some shit and they apply. It's like, oh fuck.
You just felt like it was ready to roll.
Yeah, so that's all.
I love that.
You know? The opportunity was presented. I'm like, yo, I can't miss out on this. You know, and I'm only getting older, so it's like, fuck. You know, I only look like this, but
I fucked when I met with you guys, and you kind of told me a little bit of your backstories. I fucked with that because it kind of reminded me of me, where you got a little thing going, and then so other shit happened. You start doing that, and you come back to something. Like I fuck with that because I see, like, especially with rappers nowadays, like if you're not 18, 19, blown up, like quit. And I think that's bullshit. Like
man.
you see that shit though, right?
Of
It's the
course,
IG, and I'm
of
like, that's
course.
not real
That's
at all.
what it is, yo.
That's not real at all, bro. Like there's so much to go into it and to learn. Like, so it was
Imagine
cool to see
walking
that,
away just before you.
bro. That's what I'm
That's the
saying. It makes
thing,
no
like,
sense,
Just one more hit, like
Right?
You just gotta.
and not only that, like
real
Shit,
digging.
yo. You got to.
right now it's a lot of that. Like you get the one hit and then it's over for a lot of these guys.
Oh, these niggas is
You
one
see
and
that
done,
shit,
yo,
like, if you
I'll tell you the truth. I'd rather be one and done than none and none. You know what I mean?
bro, I'm of that
Like,
same
yeah,
mentality,
like, to be
but
honest, like even if I was a one-hit wonder, hey,
for sure,
I
if
wrote-
you're
I
still
wrote-
putting that work
yeah,
in
I
though,
put the work
yeah,
in. I got
exactly,
Because
exactly.
I would never stop working just because I'm not making another hit like that.
Yeah, no.
That last.
No,
one,
no,
you
no,
know
no,
what I mean?
never that. And a hit
Can't
is
do that.
everyone thinks a hit's
It's-
different. It's
yeah,
whatever
so,
you
yeah,
think it
a
is
hit-
too, right?
Yeah, it's because that one sold the most.
Yeah.
You know? But my core fans will probably still want my music.
Exactly.
regardless, so,
Exactly. But I just I like the understanding that the foundation is super important, bro. Like I think you need a home team,
Oh, you got to, yo.
Like I
Got
see
to.
that with you guys.
Well,
I would. Sorry, go ahead.
So no, I don't mean to cut you off, but
No, of
like
course.
I definitely believe in that because
Hell
like,
yeah.
I see a lot of people jump around and like they'll do the YouTube beat thing. They'll they kind of don't have a home for their own sound. So like even their
100%.
records kind of jump all over the place. You don't even know what their sound is because
Exactly.
they don't have one.
Kind of chasing the trends,
Right.
That's what
And
it
my
is.
thing is, when we build together, no one can do what we're doing
Exactly.
because it takes us to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, there's the whole business side, like networking side, where it's like, oh, you fuck with him, I fuck with him too. Like, a lot of shit can grow from that too,
That's
you
the
know?
truth, yo. That's the
100%.
truth.
It's like you can't just look at it from that little like tunnel vision. Like
Oh,
there's
hell
it's
no,
so
yeah.
deep in there.
There's-
Pause.
When you build that, when you build that bond with someone,
It's
like,
huge, bro.
It could take you so many places.
It's huge, man, and we've even seen that in history too. Like
all the greats, had
all
that
the
one
greats,
producer.
bro.
Look at Dre, Snoop. You know what I'm saying?
All of them, even fucking the Toronto legend Drake, bro. He's got still the home team
Still,
10,
still
15
always
years
Shout out
later.
to 40, yo.
You know,
For real.
that's what I'm saying.
That's how I look at it. So I'm like, yo,
Me too. Me
like the
too.
40 and Drake kind of situation is kind of like what we do. We build a whole sound, songs, like
100%.
beats. Like when he comes to the studio, I won't even have a beat ready.
You just know.
It's just like I'll start playing stuff. He'll sing.
Bro, that's real.
I've
It'll
never
be done in 20 minutes. He'll write.
Yeah.
Next 45 minutes, he'll have like fucking a hook and a verse ready to go, and the rest is fucking history.
Just it becomes like second nature.
Now
you know?
we have a program, a fucking process, and it's.
I rate that, and imagine how much stronger it's gonna even get.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I love to see. I love to see, like, yo, you play your first shit you guys did together compared to now. It's probably even crazier now.
Oh,
Honestly,
you know?
I do that at
Honestly,
least.
And
I'll
imagine
tell you
another
right now,
year, another two. I love that shit.
Yeah, no,
Very
it's the
like
truth, man.
like I'll tell you this right now. Like I'm very happy about how like far he's come like in his own sound within the small time we've even been working together. It's like
That's real.
it's insane. Like
Appreciate
his
that, man.
like all the like when I first heard him, he had the melodies and stuff like that, but like I'd hear him rap a lot. But now I hear like this dynamic sound. It's not. It's like it goes exactly where it should go
Right.
every time. And
Bro, it's experience is priceless,
That's
man.
what it is, yo.
It's
That's what it is.
It
man.
is. The more you do it, the better you get, the further you can go.
Real shit,
100%.
man.
You know?
100%.
So, Fax, were you always kind of in the like R&B world? Because Koda, you're kind of more R&B than rap, no? From what I've heard so far, that's my vibe, but I could be full of shit.
That's fine.
It all depends.
It
how
depends
the fuck
on
I
the
feel
mood.
When I wake
Yeah.
up that day, you know what
I
I'm saying?
feel that.
Because
Yeah.
like, just the influences alone, it's a lot on both sides, you know.
That's what I want to ask
Yeah.
you. Who's your main influence? Because I can't really place it when I listen to your music.
It's
And that's a
crazy
huge
too, yo.
compliment.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate that, man.
Listen, he's got it. I'll tell you right now. Once you know that
You
he's
know-
Scotian, you can kind of pinpoint a lot of influence. Not all,
Yeah.
because you know he's an individual, but
Right.
like, there's gonna be so much influence that's Scotian, which is like
Oh,
you know
for
a lot of
sure.
West Coast.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? A lot of old school
Mhm.
R&B, like
Right.
a lot of that stuff. And I come from the same place, so I'm gonna make a sound that's gonna invoke that. So the one thing I noticed that was different before we got together was like the beats he would get would be missing that
Right.
Yeah.
It didn't
that
maximize
Scotian
his
East Coast
the swag.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
a lot of people that I produce with or produce for, I can't give those certain kind of beats to because they can't do what he
Yeah,
does
you had
to-
like an
you
itch
know what
for
I'm
it,
saying?
and he
Exactly.
had that perfect blend.
Perfect
Yeah,
lock and key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that.
that's
right there.
real.
And like to speak on like whether he's R&B or hip hop, it's like I said to myself, I'm like, you're gonna have that obscurity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because,
sure.
like,
but I think that's sick.
and I think it's super sick because he can go anywhere. he wants to
Exactly,
go.
exactly.
Anywhere. And
No
A
box.
little later, I'll show you some tracks, and
Yeah.
you'll get the exclusive.
Yeah,
You'll
nah, I'm
see,
with
you'll
that.
see exactly what I mean.
So another thing, sorry to go back to our mutual friend here, but before I met her, I had never heard the term Scotian in my life. I heard literally Nova Scotia. I'm like, it's a province in Canada, okay.
They got black people like that?
Bro, I hear Scotian, and then puts me on to like you guys and some other guys, and I see there's a whole movement,
It's a culture.
and I didn't, bro.
It's a culture.
That's ignorant of me,
there's
but
a-
it
there's a
was
place-
definitely put
no,
on
there's a-
to that. Like, so you guys come from that same culture, that same background.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking
Down
crazy
there,
too.
it's
Like,
it's the biggest black community in Canada.
right.
Like
And that's what people don't
indigenous
be knowing
black
now,
community.
yeah.
Like we're from
For
Canada.
sure, I didn't
Been
know that
here
at
for
all.
Like 400 years.
Yeah, bro.
we're
And
deep.
when
We're
I was
super deep.
runaway slaves, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how we got here. So.
Nah, that's super interesting, and it's also sick to see like that branches off into other things too. Like you got the music now, other things. It kind of, I believe in like community, bro. So ways to keep that alive, keep that strong.
Nah, for sure.
Well, anytime you meet a Scotian, trust me, they're
Rep
super
it.
proud.
I like that.
Yeah.
They'll
I like
always
that.
keep that shit strong.
I like that,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Straight up.
Very prideful people.
We just
I like
doing our
that.
part, you know what I'm saying?
Hell
Trying to
yeah.
keep our slang and our style.
I'm Italian, so I relate to that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
you
know,
know,
you
gotta
know.
keep that. Like,
You
it's
know,
important, bro. The culture's not just about the culture. It's about like, you know, that spirit you keep, that fucking
right,
attitude, you know.
Fucking right.
Exactly. Because
Fucking-
when you meet a Scotian, they're Scotian anywhere they're at.
Yeah.
Hell
Anywhere
yeah.
they go.
No,
Matter
that's
of
real
fact,
as fuck.
If you meet a
Yeah,
Scotian
you
that's
know,
not even
it's-
from Scotia, like they don't have to even be born there.
But they got
Just
that
gotta have
spirit.
Scotian
Yeah.
in
Has
their
it in
blood.
you.
Yeah.
I wasn't born
They're
down
Yeah.
Scotian.
No,
You know
hundo,
what I'm
hundo.
saying?
I
100%.
love that. So Koda, were you the guy in high school who that was having some random tracks come out and you know everyone was fucking with it? You were that guy.
Shout out my brother 10, recording in his motherfucking closet and shit.
Mhm.
The 2000 building.
Oh, I
Really
love
know what I'm
that.
talking about. But yeah, just recording in the closets and shit. What was it, Cool Bass? It was fucking with Cool Bass back then.
Cubase.
Is it Cubase? Oh, yeah, see, I don't even be knowing that
Cubase.
shit.
Yo,
But
put
yeah.
on that cool bass, nigga.
Cool-
Put on that cool bass.
But yeah,
That's a
that
better name.
Cubase, just like going on them YouTube beats and shit. And I remember like the first time too, like they actually put out a song in high school, yo, with like all the little spitters in high school and shit.
Yeah.
And like I just remember for that week, yo, everyone was just like, you know, just coming up to us like, yo, the song is like, I remember walking by people and shit, they're playing it off the phone and shit. This is like BlackBerry days, yo.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, yo. And it felt great, yo. I'm just like, yo, I'm giving this shit up. So I just always continue to write. Even if I wasn't recording, I always made it. Like, I always
love
gave
that.
myself a chance to write. Yo.
That's real as
Like,
fuck. We see like creativity doesn't need to just be like a song. Like a writing could be something that's
Oh,
good
yeah.
for you. Anything. Like, I believe in that, bro. Like keeping
Oh, yeah.
something going on the creative
Mhm.
side, even if you know it doesn't lead to content or whatever that shit is.
For sure.
Oh,
I
yeah.
fuck with that. I like to
Yeah.
hear that type of shit.
That's why I never. That's like even when I stopped doing production and I got into radio, it's because
You had some other shit to do. Exactly.
being
I believe in
creative.
that, man.
Get bit by that bug. Yo.
Hell yeah.
If you're creative, that's you gotta create.
Yeah.
You have to. Or
I agree with no
you'll
matter what
fall
it
in
is. Yeah.
depression, I think like that's
Real
part
shit
of it.
though. I
Yeah.
think so, man.
real
Get
shit.
antsy.
Mhm. 100%.
Can't sit still, bro. I'm like that for sure.
Any of the times I was fucked up in life, I was just going like through some shit. Would be the times I wasn't writing or like wasn't doing.
Isn't that
anything
crazy, bro?
Involved with music, you know what I'm saying?
And I don't think that's a coincidence.
It really be like that.
Yo, that's some crazy shit. No, I definitely feel that way for sure. And with like the COVID shit, do you think that helped your writing and shit like that?
For sure.
It helped it, eh?
For sure.
That's so interesting. I've heard different perspectives.
I told everybody just before COVID, music was getting kind of stressful.
Yeah.
Right.
Not music creatively, but like
The polys.
exactly. So when COVID hit, it stopped everything. So it actually saved me from like not wanting, like I started not wanting to do music. So it
From the
saved,
bullshit.
Yeah, so it saved
Yeah.
me from that shit and got me back to creating and not
100%.
having to, because I knew I couldn't do nothing, so I was just creating, right?
That's
So
all you could do.
now I'm back into
Yeah.
like
Real
you know what I'm
A
saying?
little
Like,
bit of a reset.
and I said it to Koda. I was like, man, you lucky you came now, bro, because I was almost out. I was like,
Timing is everything. How this
Everything,
shit
bro.
happen,
Trust me.
Timing is everything.
Yo, this is all God's work, yo. Like I don't know how you feel about religion and shit, but me, I'm a firm believer in, you know,
Bro,
higher power and shit. Just how this shit, all this, like how all the pieces came together. I'm like, yo.
I've had too
God
many,
work, yo.
for me personally, I've had too many experiences like that to
Yeah.
say, no, that's bullshit. I've had so many
Yo.
situations
Yeah.
like that, bro. And I like that you brought that up because that's
for
some
sure.
shit where for someone who doesn't want to see that, they won't see it.
No.
If you're
That's a fact.
if you have that open mind for it and you see like, bro,
Yeah.
wow, shit really can
Listen, I
happen
think they
and
still see it and then they ignore it. Or
Yes.
they try to rationalize it somehow.
yeah,
You
it's
know?
kind of scary, right?
Yeah,
Science
because
Yeah,
the real,
exactly.
Like,
Fuck that
some
shit.
of the things that
I'm-
happen between like us
That can't be explained.
It can't be like
Hell
like
no.
even small things during video shoots. Like shit'll just work out sometimes.
It's true,
like knock
bro.
on wood. You know, there ain't no wood. Good God. But
Where's the no backwoods either?
you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, you're just like, yo.
No,
you know
it's
what?
true, bro.
And I don't speak on it too much because I feel like sometimes when you speak on it, it's
And
like,
we
it's like-
say
You
that
can't
shit
understand
too,
it
you know?
either.
but it's like the moment you
Yeah.
speak on it, it
Hell yeah.
runs away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
So
yeah.
you kind of ignore the elephant in the room kind of deal. It's like
Yeah.
I know I'm getting blessed.
You
right
keep
now,
it
so-
between yourself and
and upstairs. You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's it.
That's the thing, bro. I hear this a lot where people are like, how could there be a God when this fucked up shit happened? Well, that's not what it is, bro. You have to continue to do good things and this and that.
Exactly, man.
It's not that everything is just taken care of. You have to do what you do and keep that faith.
Okay, my thing is, if God is everything, the universe, everything, right? Do you think something as small as what goes on here is to the utmost importance? Not saying not important, but to the utmost important to his mega scheme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think we got to
absolutely.
deal with our own stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, kinda
exactly.
deal,
It
right?
can't just
You
be
know what I
like
mean?
that. Yeah, exactly.
This guy, like, we're talking about something that's
Exactly.
creating universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not a physical
And you're tripping
Exactly,
about
yeah.
your
Exactly.
job and things
Bullshit.
like
Yeah,
and dying and no, these are things that happen because we are here.
Yes, that's
We're
a part
here.
of life, you
We're
know?
here
Yes.
and we're creating good and bad here. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? This is
Exactly.
our free will is kind of dangerous. You know
No,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure, bro. You got to understand. I don't think you'll ever understand everything. It's impossible, but you got to understand there's shit can happen. Like for anybody, shit can go either way. You got to keep doing your own thing though, and you know, see where it takes you. It's hard to be control. You can't really
That's
control it.
That's all you got. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do,
All
man.
you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Drive your own car, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
know?
Drive your
Real
own
shit.
car. Yeah.
That's what I've
Jesus
said.
can't take
Gotta
the
have-
wheel.
yeah,
You know?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Everything, I feel like is met halfway. You know. Like,
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
everything gotta be met halfway in life. Bro. So like, if you just the type of motherfucker that's just praying bad times and when you want some shit,
You're gonna bring that bullshit.
it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like everything gotta
Exactly.
be met with like work and
Facts.
timing.
That's
bro.
why
Like,
they say luck favors the prepared, man.
Nah, for sure.
You know what
I was about to say that
So,
exact same
Say that.
thing.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
can
depend
tell
on
these
luck for
cliches
shit.
all
Nah,
night.
exactly.
Luck ain't never paid bills.
Nah.
In my
You can't
household,
rely
you know
on
what I'm
luck.
saying?
You can't rely on it. It'll happen
can't,
if you do the right shit.
That's why all the lazy people think that the people that are working so hard and getting all these opportunities are so
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
You know
that's
what I'm
bullshit.
saying?
You don't see the
when
grind.
you work and put your grind on, you open up.
Bro, the
doors.
lonely nights.
Here.
They don't see
You
that,
don't see
man.
that. The nights
No.
you're just staring at the ceiling and
Like,
and the
fuck,
nights
what am
you
I
working
doing?
Until
Exactly,
fucking
man.
midnight, and you gotta be up the next day at
No
4
sleep.
a.m.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And people looking
That's
at you
the
crazy,
purpose.
like, why are you doing this?
yeah,
You know?
yo, you know, and
That's the craziest shit. You guys fuck with like films and shit like that, like Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
you know about him?
yeah, bro.
He
all I do is watch movies.
You watch his
Yeah,
Joe
all niggas
Rogan
do.
podcast from a
Oh,
couple
hell
days
yeah.
ago?
No, I
You
never
see what he
seen him on
said?
Joe
So
Rogan.
he just this week it was sick. I recommend it. You know,
Yeah,
watch my
I
shit
was
first,
actually gonna
but
click that one,
Yeah,
too.
yo, it was
Yeah.
fire. I give it the thumbs up. But
Yeah.
he said some crazy shit. Joe Rogan was saying like, "Oh man, you can't make movies like you did now. Like it's too crazy. People get too pissed." He's like, "Bro, that
Cancel
mentality leads to people not doing shit.
Yeah.
When I was in the 90s, people were like, this is too fucked up for you to do, but I had to do it."
Yeah. just
And
do
and
it.
he's like, it's the same thing now. You just gotta
Just
do it.
do it.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
I
so
rate
honestly-
that. He's like, bro, there was shit before where I'm like, this is so whack. But he's like, fuck it, I gotta do my shit.
Mhm.
You can't let other people.
Just do it.
And I love to
man.
hear that because he's, completely different sphere than us, but he has the same spirit, like
He's
Nah,
still
for
that
sure.
guy.
Do it. Still
He's
that guy, bro.
that pushes boundaries.
exactly. You
All
can
he-
never
yeah,
stop
all
that
And
he
shit.
guess what? When
Yeah,
you're the
some
guy that
shit.
does it, you're the guy that gets looked at.
Exactly,
So while everyone
bro.
else is not standing behind the line and scared to push the bar and shit.
Exactly.
You're the person that's gonna get noticed. So
no great shit comes without disbelief.
Exact sacrifice, struggle, all that shit.
All that shit. Like,
it's all part of it, man.
You can't enjoy the perks and the good shit out of it unless
Big
you
facts.
accept all the other shit that comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
So, like,
You see when
prepared, dude.
exactly. You see when people win the lottery, a lot of the time they blow that shit. They're not prepared for that. You're not supposed to have that bread.
You're not supposed to have that. You're not supposed
You
to
know,
have that.
and that's
I
real
probably
shit.
fuck around and still work my 9 to 5.
Facts. Why
I'd be
not?
like, yo,
Why not?
Like, this shit might go away.
You have no idea.
Blow that in a couple weeks.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm blowing
Easy.
that shit on plugins.
Plug-in.
Plug into the
I like
equipment
that.
like a fucking genius.
That's a very
I'll buy
producer
that.
answer.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that.
I'm the type of nigga, I'll go buy 1,000 pair of white Air Forces.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
fuck,
Wear
one of
about
those,
300
eh?
of them shits.
Every day. Every
We
day.
gotta get the exclusive Koda Air Forces. That's the next.
Oh, that shit coming. Cowboy Forces coming.
There we
soon, you know what
go.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm getting the custom joints out
Cow?
the way because I just love wearing the shit, you know.
Bro, those are
Always get
timeless garments.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Timeless,
Yeah,
what the
fashion
hell?
be up, man. Our fashion be up.
Yeah.
We got 6 stylists too. You know what I'm saying?
Plug me in.
Shout out to King. You know what I'm saying?
Plug me in, bro.
Yeah,
I got some of that shit coming, too.
King's the other part of the team. The only
Okay.
missing part right now. He
Okay,
would've been
okay,
here,
okay.
But he can't be here today. But literally, our sound,
On point.
everything's on point, man. We are.
See,
so,
bro, you're also part of the versatile vigilante family
You know
now.
what I'm saying?
Versatility, bro. You gotta
Great.
That's what
always
it is,
keep it
bro.
moving.
That's what
Other
it is.
shit.
We're here.
Hell yeah. So, yo, not to put you on the spot, but right before we started this, you were talking about taking shrooms last night.
Oh yeah.
You want to give us a little insight on tech? I love hearing people talk about
Wait for
shrooms,
this
bro.
story, yo. I just
well,
love
listen, man.
stories. Like
Yeah, the best story.
I don't want to build it up like it was something crazy
You see
because
the
like
other side?
nah, man.
The other
Not
side.
even, man. It's like, okay, listen. I'm the kind of guy, if I'm taking something that I gotta digest, I have to take a lot. Like if it's weed edibles,
Yeah,
shrooms,
you're gonna go deep.
acid, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta take a lot because it doesn't hit me the same. So I only had about 1.5 grams last night.
Okay.
Very functional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But very headspace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Zoned out. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Playing music, playing beats, like live
Yeah,
for hours. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hot shit.
Yeah.
Not recording none of it though. Just playing. You know what I'm saying?
I rate that.
And then just zone out. But like when you take like that much at about 7, you're good at about 2 o'clock, man. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
fine. But when I take about an eighth to a quarter,
That's when you're talking.
you know what I'm saying? Walls
Yeah.
start doing
Hell yeah.
things and shit like that.
I definitely did that shit before, and it was a movie. 100%.
Gotta go
It
outside
was, yeah.
after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas be saying like everyone that I know done it. They always be like, "Yo, do that shit when you go camping or something."
I actually
you have
did
to-
it.
when you're
Fucking
outside.
nature.
It's another level.
I did it in the winter, so I was in a hotel, bro, and I just remember the fucking
shit.
carpet kind of like this.
Started
Oh
doing
my
that shit,
god,
right?
bro.
It started waving.
That's how I knew.
I had one moment when I was staring
You know
at
what I
this
mean?
mic, and you see how it's like it's got this little fuzziness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started doing this little wavy thing, but then the curtains all started going.
Yeah, it's
wavy,
crazy,
right?
bro. Shit,
then-
wall breathers.
I was like, oh shit, I'm tripping. And then it just stopped. And I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not tripping no more. Back to what I'm doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's all good. It's all good.
That I wanted to ask you about that because it goes nice with that, like the God conversation we just had, because it has you
Yeah.
kind of in that. It had me in that mentality at least, where it was like,
Yeah.
man, like
You know,
it's
you
crazy how shit
you're
works.
At least closer.
I don't know. I
I'm
feel
trying to
like,
get on that DMT level.
Isn't that
Yeah,
that
I
shit?
never
I
did
heard
that,
Tyson
though.
talk about
Tyson?
that shit. Yo,
Bro,
Mike
but
said he seen like
I think
made
he's
him a better person and all type of shit.
I
bro.
think
A
he
lot of
might
people
like that a
say
little too much though. He talks
Yeah,
about
right.
that every time I see this
Yeah,
guy.
that's true,
He's
yo.
licking
Like, he
toads and
always be
shit.
bringing that shit
Yeah.
up, man.
Listen, man, I just want to experience it once. That's it.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That shit
I
is
just want to see that's when you see the other side. I want to see
Yeah.
because I did acid too, and the first time
I
I
never
did
did
acid,
acid.
shout out to my boy Ghost. I told him I wouldn't do it unless I was with him because I need to be safe.
that's a huge
That's
part
what
of
it
it though.
is.
Huge
Yeah,
part
man.
of it.
Like
Huge
mind
part
you,
of
I
it.
did the shrooms last night by myself. Don't do that at home. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
not fucked up.
you know what I'm saying?
My boy definitely used to do that all the time. I don't know
Look,
how
I
the
can
fuck he did
zone
that.
out, man. You know what I mean?
Some people have that.
Yeah, they're just ready for it, yeah.
Like low key, one of the sessions I was on shrooms. You didn't even know it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this nigga.
There we
was
go.
like,
Yeah.
I
You
was
use
pulling
like
that
a
shit.
I want to know
Yeah,
what
man.
song it was.
some 1960s
I couldn't
sample.
tell you. I really couldn't tell you. But JT stopped by that day. I know that much. Yeah, I was fucking.
Is that the guy I met at the picnic too?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to
JT.
bro.
JT. JT and
bro,
mine.
Young
Just
young
trying to make
homie.
it.
Hell yeah. See, fucking team.
Yeah, man. We listen.
Building
we got a
that
lot
team.
of
Good
hot
dude,
shit
too,
coming,
yo.
man. We got
Hell yeah. Fucking that was another thing too, bro. I like kind of I've been doing this shit for a few years, but didn't really take it very serious till like last year ish.
Yeah.
I started taking it a little serious because I'm like, yo, I could meet some cool ass people through this shit.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
I probably wouldn't have met you guys through that,
100%,
without
yeah.
that. Like, that's why I fuck with all that creative. Like, I tell people, yo, find something, you know?
And I think if you're like yourself, approachable and you have good conversation, man, you might as well turn it into a podcast,
For
man.
real,
And
man.
just
they got podcasts for everybody.
Everything.
And I love podcasts. That'd be getting me through the fucking days work and shit, yo.
Bro, I think there's something for everybody, man. Honestly. Like, whatever it is. Like, there's got to be something where,
So how long
Get-
you been doing this podcast for?
I started it, like 4 years ago now, but I for the first probably 2-3 years, it would just be like once in a blue moon do it, and just audio in my basement,
Right.
It was fun as fuck, but then kind of after, like, I talked to Shorty over here, and told me about some of the other, opportunities that are out there. I'm like, fuck, why not push this a little harder? Little harder.
Because I be getting, I'll tell you, yo, when people like your shit,
Yeah.
they be like anticipating the drops every week, yo. Because I get pissed, yo, when like the podcasts I be listening to, they don't drop the
Facts.
next week, yo. Because I be like waiting for that shit. I'm
Consistency
like, what the fuck
is
these
key.
niggas on?
Huge.
Listen, if you
Huge.
miss a week,
Yeah,
you gotta
it's the
come
same
back
with us with music
apologizing
too,
and
man.
shit.
It's true, bro.
It's the same,
Straight
yeah,
up.
that sorry for the wait bullshit.
Yeah, but you know what? I fucking realized that recently too, but I also realized for myself, like, bro, you get better every time you do it. Why not do it a little more often? Like,
Gotta work out.
it's
Gotta
working
work
out.
out.
It's the exact same thing.
Every time, bro.
That's what it is. That exercise.
That's what everything in life too.
Everything.
That even goes down like we were talking about earlier with the music, yo.
Hell
Every
yeah.
time we come here, bro, like every
Get
Friday,
better.
yo, we trying to top what we did last Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be over that shit when by the time Wednesday comes, like, all right, what we doing next? Yo?
Hell yeah, because you know what you're capable of. You know you could
That's
do.
what I'm saying. It's all
Hell
about
yeah.
pushing to the limit, yo. That's why this. Fax been a blessing, yo, because like he's definitely made me a better artist, yo. When it comes to that, yo, you get so used to like rapping to a certain kind of beat, and it's like, yo, I want to do this, I want to be in this lane, but it's like, nah, nigga, you got the potential
yeah.
to do all different type of
A
shit.
little bit of a
Yeah.
push,
Yeah, and that's all you need is that push. yo.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember the day he came to the studio. I think it was like maybe the second or third session.
That's
And I was like, mind if we don't rap today?
It's fire.
Yep.
What do you think about that? Really, because I had this verse. I'm just like, yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yo, shut the fuck down.
Yeah?
Shut down. Yo, I be thinking I'm writing the hardest shit during the week. Yo, I be like, yo, wait till this nigga hears this. Maybe I'll go off like a little, because what I'll do is I'll catch little voice notes of like the beats he'll play like the prior Friday.
Right.
And I'll just go off of that. I only need like 5 seconds of
Right.
that shit, and I'll write a whole song, yo. So I'll come in with my little verses written and shit, yo. Get on the mic thinking I got something, yo, and then it's like, yo, maybe you should just change that. Just take a seat, yo. Go rewrite it, yo.
Yo, I like that. I like what you did. I
Yeah,
like
you know, you hit me with that
You
shit.
gotta
yo.
phrase
It's
it.
like, yo, it's not bad. Like, it's dope.
I like what you did.
But I know you can do
Are there times though when you butt heads where you're like, nah, that's fire?
I mean,
yeah, well, it's not really butt.
yeah, yo,
It's
it ain't
just
really
more
butt
like-
heads, yo.
My thing
not.
is, I'm gonna sell you mine. You
Sell
gotta
me yours. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if
Yeah.
you can't sell me nothing, then what are we arguing about?
It's
You know what I'm
sold.
saying?
Sold.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
There'll be times like, hell, I'll be like, yo, that's a dope ass beat. It's like, really? All right, let me see if we can do this shit.
yeah,
Right.
but
I
I'm
ain't
like,
really
I
feeling it,
hate
yo.
this beat. This
You
beat
know,
Right.
sucks.
Sometimes
Like,
it's wow, and sometimes But
That's
no,
real.
there's
That
been
makes sense.
times where it's like, I really don't like this beat, bro. It's
Yeah.
like, nah, man, let me try. And I'm like, he'll do the song, and I still won't like the beat.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I like this song though. I gotta make this beat better.
Okay.
And then we'll do a couple things, and I'll be like, yo, this song's the best. He'll
Oh,
be
there's been plenty. Like every
he'll be
there was
yo,
like for like.
see, I told you. And it's like
Yeah,
it's like
bro.
me trying to recognize his vocal potential that he can't see. He'll recognize some beat potentials that I'm not recognizing at the time.
Different set
sometimes.
of
So
eyes,
it's
set of
man,
ears.
like,
Yeah, man. Niggas ain't egotistical and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't got a problem with taking advice from.
that
Hell yeah.
that is
Or anyone.
huge for me because it's
Yeah.
like I don't really have like the filter part where it's like if you can't if we're trying to build the best record that we can.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to crush nobody's ego, and I've had times where I'm like, you think maybe you could change that line? It's like, nah, man, that's fire line. Da, da, da. I'm like, not saying it's not fire. It's just you're having trouble saying it. Da, da, da. Things like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, maybe you could try that, and you get these pullbacks and da da da, and it makes it really hard, right? And then the product that comes out, you might be a little iffy about, right? Me and Koda work. It's like even if a moment like that happens, we get through it so fast, and it's always for the best. And we usually
That's
try
what it is,
everything anyway.
Yeah.
It's like even if I'm like, I don't know, let's try it. Like you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We'll try it. You know what I'm saying? Because you really
You never know.
you gotta hear it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So it's like
Bro, no championships were won when the coach and the star player are just on the different pages.
Two different
You know,
pages.
sometimes you gotta, you
Exactly.
know, shit.
Teamwork make the dream.
It-
nah,
it's
they start
facts.
requesting
Cliche
traits.
fucking
You know what I'm
quotes.
saying?
Bro, sometimes I'm like, I should change the name of the shit to like Cliche Gang or
Cliche,
something.
yeah,
I say
Have
cliches.
a bell ready for every time we drop one.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro.
Every time we drop
Yeah,
a
if we were
cliche,
taking
you know what I'm
shots every
saying? Like,
cliche,
we
man.
do a shot every
Yeah.
time a cliche gets
Bro, the
dropped.
people that are around me are like, are you fucking really using that cliche?
You know what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying?
it works, man.
But you gotta know when to hold them.
It's
You
so
gotta know
true.
when to fold
Yo,
them.
every single day. You
That
know?
kind of shit, yo. That's actually a bit, yo. Write that down. Gotta write that down.
Tell the
Write that
fucking
down.
director to
Yeah,
write that
write that
down.
Just have
You got
us
them-
on
yeah,
every
man.
like quarter.
Hell yeah,
You know what I'm
quarterly
saying?
updates,
Low-key.
man.
Episodes a year.
Yeah.
And we just do the recap of the quarter cliche.
I'm fucking down.
Especially in this social media era, man. Like,
Oh, man.
You guys book that like every year. There's a word that is just like popularized. That's a word that's been around forever.
And then,
Or sometimes they'll make shit
Or
up.
they like
Remember
tweak it a bit.
Remember the fleek shit was.
Ooh, that was a bad
shit?
one.
Like, this
That was
year
a bad
definitely
one.
is respectfully. Like
Respectfully.
I niggas just started saying.
Cause that's
respectfully,
cause what's
like,
that
is
Instagram
that?
guy,
with,
Justin,
yeah, that dude.
that guy's a troublemaker, bro. Yo, you know what
Who's
word
that?
bothers me? If I could say this,
I'm too
the
social.
term
I don't
normalize.
know, man.
normalize.
Yeah, I hear that word all the time. I'm like, bro, just fuck.
Can we normalize this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do it then.
I,
What the
I think I
fuck?
heard that today.
Normalize. What does that mean, man?
What is
Listen.
that?
Oh my
Don't-
god.
Yeah, I'm an engineer. It only means one thing.
So
Yeah.
I never heard a motherfucker say social distance before this
Oh.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Like,
All the pandemic words are like
that's a new term for sure.
that's definitely a new.
Nor-
Fucking, they made that shit.
new
up.
normal.
Social
These niggas had a
distance.
plan the whole time.
Social distance.
Fuck, bro. I don't know about any of that shit anymore. New words coming out every day, making less sense as every day
That's what it
passes.
is, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
What is social distance?
This is a social distance. We're being social.
Right, you're on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like-
I didn't agree. I didn't sign any 6 feet contract with anybody. You know?
This
I
is
didn't agree to that
technically a
terms.
social distance.
Exactly, bro. See? We should be the mayor and
Yeah, the podcast would be really whack with masks on. You know what
Nah,
I'm
don't
saying?
get me
Pharrell did
don't
that
get me
shit
going
when
on
he went to
those.
Drink Champs, huh?
I
Yeah,
can't, I
I
don't
wasn't
if
How you
feeling
gonna
that.
do that and drink?
Yo,
there's
I-
been
I love
yo,
Pharrell, but man, he said a lot of weird shit on that fucking.
You guys
episode.
fuck with Drink Champs?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I was watching that shit from the motherfucker when Nori went on the Breakfast Club and said that he's coming out with his own podcast. And shout out, I don't know if you know, if you're familiar with Tax Stone.
Bro,
That's-
free my guy.
Free Tax motherfucker.
Yo, I love Tax Stone.
That guy was so gamed up.
Yo,
bro.
how did he I hope he
It was-
comes home,
yo,
bro. I
yeah,
miss that guy.
That situation was mad unfortunate.
When he was out, he was probably my favorite guy.
Yeah.
He
yo, that shit, yo, man, he's fucking
Beloved.
hilarious too, yo. Beloved, yo.
Cause he was saying shit that people were afraid to say, but it
And
was
that's-
super true.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
yo?
yeah.
Like, and he was mad relate. Like one of the just a tough Brooklyn nigga.
Oh man, bro, my favorite shit.
Relatable. Like,
very
anyone
relatable.
Can relate to him,
Cause he was honest. He said,
honest,
you know,
honesty's the best fucking policy, bro. Like,
he mentioned times when he fucked up. He mentioned times when.
Everything, bro.
I love how he would check these rappers though. That was always so funny to me. I remember
that shit was hilarious.
He's like, who's afraid of fucking Birdman? That was at the time of the Birdman shit. Yeah.
Respect shit.
Yeah.
Charlemagne's actually the one that put him
I
on.
know. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. I remember one time the niggas when he was reading like the fan mail or Ask Tax segment of the show, and the nigga said, "Was like, what is the realest shit you did in life?" Yo, nigga said, "Getting a job."
Yo.
The realest shit I did.
when he got locked up, I was actually very sad about that though. I'm like, he's a voice that we could use, you know.
Bro, that whole situation was
fucking
like unfortunate on both sides, you know. Like, homie, rest in peace, homie that lost his life.
But that was at a T.I. show, I think.
Yup. And you know who else fucked with
Koda
too?
Apparently, not on some. I can't be on Vlad.
Yeah, no.
Vlad vibes, but allegedly. I mean, that's what he's in. I think he's in for.
You know who really fucked with him too, yo? Nip.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Nip fucked with Tax.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro. Like I watched one of the. I listened. I should say one of the episodes. Like they got like I think 2 or 3 episodes of him like recorded from like in jail.
Back
like,
before.
Just over the phone and did a podcast.
Really? Hey, I missed that one.
Yeah, I think. I forget the girl. I think Nico Grimes or something. One of those girls that's married to the football niggas, but like she was close friends with Tax.
Right.
And like, so she did the interview over the phone, and she asked him like how he felt about like when Nip passed, and he's like, bro, like he's like, broke my heart, yo. I felt like everyone else in the like, he's like, yo, that nigga was put money on my books. He was sending me books and shit, and just.
He was like universally.
Down, you know? Yeah,
he was universally like seen as a good guy, you know.
Oh, for sure. You know?
That always, that's like, man. When someone, I don't know these people at all, but I see their like the message they promote, usually positive messages and shit, and then they're gone either jail or dying or something. That does fuck with me. I'm like, man.
Usually some hater, you know what I'm saying?
Usually, man,
usually
some
hater,
bullshit, you know.
Whether it's some hater on the streets or the hater in the police.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Doesn't matter. It's always some hater.
Hopefully that guy gets out though, man. I would love to see him back out. Tax.
Yeah, man. Fuck, you know. Hopefully, God's on his side. I know in the States they don't really be playing like too much without fucking like releasing.
Especially in New York, right? New York's fucking classic for that. Yeah. It's like,
especially if you're a rapper.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, or you're just in the like you're in the
hip hop police.
Yeah, especially
For like 30 years.
All the rappers that got locked up in New York. Weezy got locked
all
up
of them.
in New York. Ja Rule, they're all for straps.
The
too,
whole Dipset, I think, has definitely.
When them down south niggas be going up there, they don't even be knowing any better because you're allowed to have a million fucking guns down there.
Yeah,
they go to New York, they're like, oh shit.
What do you mean? I can't have my shotgun?
Yeah, for real. Well, even apparently weed was still pretty serious there not too long ago.
Yeah, well, they just legalized.
Yeah, which surprised me. I always thought it was like super chill, but I didn't.
Oh, it was. When I went out there. When I went to New York and shit, I had to like, I was only smoking when we were indoors and shit.
Yeah?
That was the last fucking time I smoked a cigarette too.
Yeah, they got the Lucy's.
So fucking much, and I'm just listening to classic Biggie line.
Give
me a Newport.
It has to be Newports, man.
I have to pack Newports.
Is that like the shit you grew up on, like the New York type rappers and shit?
To be honest, yo, I was straight. I ain't gonna say straight, but I was just heavy West Coast influence in myself, yo, yeah. Like, but no, don't get it twisted. I fuck with New York, like Cameron, the CNN, Mobb Deep, not just East Coast in general, like Philly, motherfucker, State Property, all
Free
that
Max
shit.
B, that's my guy. That's my guy for real. Big Bell.
Man, that whole era, like like New York always had like the DVD era, like the Smack.
Ooh, bro.
But just sound wise, yo, I was always connected to that West Coast down south.
The older school shit, or like that was popping at your time, the like Dr. Dre shit.
Like the Dr. Dre, but even like the DJ Quicks, RNGs, Battle Cats, you know, like all them niggas, though, and Oakland too. I probably listen to more Oakland, the Bay, like E40, that nigga to this day.
Too Short, Mac Dre.
Niggas sleep on that. I was late on Mac Dre too. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I didn't grow up listening to Mac Dre, but when I started listening to that nigga, I said, "Oh shit."
Started realizing where a lot of stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that all like. It reminds us, like, just like goes back to that Scotian culture shit, bro. Like, their music is mad relatable because of like the way we was raised and shit.
Right.
Like, ain't no secret, yo. Like, the pimp game is big and down home. That's what we know.
Yeah.
For, yo. So you know, like, just
Slick
that
talk.
music, yo, is just that's what it was, yo. Yeah, man. West Coast and that down south shit, like Ghetto Boys. Scarface is my favorite rapper of all time.
Too fire.
Yeah, you know, like.
I had a Ghetto Boys phase for sure.
Yeah, like face and that should all come from my
R.I.P.
mouth.
Bushwick
Scarface
Bill.
Is your favorite rapper? Nobody can tell you
Shit, yeah.
No.
Like, I know that because
You know
I've
what
tried to
I'm saying?
argue about it. Like,
Yeah, bro, like-
Scarface fan. It's not happening.
Nah.
Not happening. I ain't even debating it.
You
That's
know what I'm
that.
saying? Like, it's not
even
debatable.
That's that grade A storytelling. A+.
I ain't even debating it.
It's not debatable.
That's fire. What do you guys think of the? Do you guys feel like you're like trying to be in the Toronto scene, or are you just doing your own shit? Because Toronto's so much talent, but it's so hot. Like, it's so crazy.
Man, I'm
What do you
trying to
guys-
be worldwide with this shit?
I like that mentality.
I want to be categorized in no fucking jar. You
I
know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? Like, this shit gotta touch all angles.
I
You know
think
what I'm
a
saying?
lot of the Toronto guys got too caught up in the Toronto shit, and now they're like,
Yeah,
"Fuck, we
like-
can't even."
The way I see it is here to play pro ball. And
It's not high school
where
shit.
is pro ball? Where is the
Worldwide,
NBA?
exactly.
Yeah, it's worldwide.
Even the states.
But we know where the NBA is.
You got to cross the
We
border.
know where the NFL is.
Yeah,
We
hell
know
yeah.
where the UFC is. We know where the most watched sports
You gotta get to the
Cross that
console.
border,
is.
man.
Okay, so
Hell
at the
yeah.
end of the day, we know if we're being heard here, we can get heard anywhere.
Oh, that's a
You know
fact.
what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
So it's
I
like,
100%.
my thing is, I'm happy with whoever's listening to our music. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we are here to play pro ball.
For sure.
So whatever
For
that
sure.
means,
I get it. I get it.
you know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
it for
We
sure.
out here to play.
I think that mentality is needed, you know?
Yeah, man. You know, because
That's what you're trying to do. You need to have that,
yeah, like, well,
you know?
we want people to enjoy the music. We're not out here to try to force mass appeal on anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not at all. But we do understand that coming with originality is our best chance.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Bro, when I see like you guys post or manager post, it's always like got a new track coming, got a video coming. It's never like some bullshit like gossip style
hell no.
bullshit like, you know, that's what I fuck with.
I ain't even
Like, it's
into all
always-
that.
no,
I ain't into
exactly.
rap inventing and all that shit.
I
It's
think
social, fuck
exactly.
that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Funny, bro.
that's what I'm saying, bro. And to see that, you know, when I see a Koda story or something, I know it's gonna be a tune or a
Yeah.
video or
Or
something.
maybe some funny shit.
Something.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
you'll just see,
something,
like, I ain't
something,
with all the
you
drama
know?
and all. Even like,
entertain.
Yeah, like,
Exactly, bro.
it's
That's
all laughs and giggles, yo, on my side. Like, social media.
I like that.
Shit funny, yo. Like,
bro. I like you said earlier. You're not spilling your guts on social media. I
fuck
fuck with that. Like, we leave that alone, man. Like, do that on your own.
Folks, yo, you know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
man.
I
Get
mean,
in
like,
trouble
with
with that.
I ain't even gonna say that's for females.
No,
'cause
it's
I
not.
be looking at females. And
Not for
like,
grown ones.
Yeah, like, you know,
For,
it just
like-
shows like a level of maturity when you don't do that in this day. and age,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In a world
Exactly.
where everyone is doing that and everyone's trying to get their point across, like, you gotta be a certain type of nigga to not do that.
Hell yeah,
Like,
bro.
that's what I get a kick out. Like,
Hey man, when I see people do that shit, I just look at it and I'm like, hey man, it's entertaining for me. So.
yeah, you know?
Bro,
You know
exactly,
what I'm saying?
man. Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
I'm not
do
gonna
you.
do
You
You know
do
what I'm
you.
saying?
I'm just laughing at your ass.
That's
at
it,
the
bro.
end of the day, yo.
Bro, half the battle is
But I don't
just
even watch that. I watch the comments. I'm just like more
And,
entertained by the comments.
Yo, the comments be,
You
like,
know
yo,
what
it
I'm
Crazy,
goes down
right?
in the comments, yo. That's why whenever like I see some
saying?
stupid shit or I know something that's gonna spark like, you know, conflict or whatever.
Check the
like,
comments.
hit the comments, 'cause that's what's
always
really
YouTube,
happening.
IG,
You know what I'm saying?
always.
Always, man.
Oh yeah.
Always. And
You
people
get-
tell you straight the fuck up how they feel about you in the comments. 'Cause
Yeah,
your,
they
your
be-
identity is not there. Yo.
Or they
There's
be
no face
trolling.
to a comment.
Or
Isn't
they
that
be
crazy?
trolling,
Trolls,
man.
yeah,
Or they
you
just
know?
because I use the comment section as a moment to get my best one-liners out.
Oh yeah, no. You see
Like,
some funny
you
shit.
know,
Yeah.
like, I'm just like,
some
ooh, I
stupid
got a
shit,
good
I'm
one
getting
for
mine
this.
off.
You know
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That'll be the only time I'm getting one off, yo.
You're
But it's
getting
gonna
pure
be-
puns.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
hit
saying? You're
something.
getting
There's
lots
a
of puns.
there's a
Yeah.
time and a place, you know.
Straight up.
Absolutely.
They just passed this bill like you can't even talk shit. That's like, this government is so sensitive. They don't want people to talk shit about them.
You're
know?
just
They
gonna
don't want
make
else
it
to
That's
more
what it is.
clever. That's
That's
all you
what
gotta
it
do.
is.
Yeah, yo. Getting them feelings hurt, yo.
I'm just gonna get more fucking clever with my wording.
Yeah,
That's
you know
all I'm
what
gonna
I'm
do.
Like, I ain't gonna call Doug Ford a bitch. Yo.
I ain't gonna say I hate Doug Ford.
Bro, my thing is like you got nothing better to do than watch the comments. Politician Justin Trudeau, bro, you got nothing better to do.
That guy's something else.
Get off the
directly.
computer,
Man,
bro.
Yo, if this shit, one thing this whole pandemic bullshit taught me, yo, is like a nigga really gotta vote. Like your vote really does count.
So you
Like,
gotta do
whoever is against these guys, yo, I'm voting for them. Yo.
Yeah.
I'm tired
Your
of this
vote, you
shit.
gotta vote, and you gotta know that no matter who's in, they're not
they
gonna
don't give a
hold.
fuck. Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
for sure.
just
For
yeah,
sure.
I feel that way for
Like,
sure,
you
bro.
know Obama only won because he's black. Niggas told me like why you vote like why, and we're not even from the states. Yo.
My mom
Didn't
wished
even have
she
the
could
vote. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
she's like she was mad because she couldn't vote.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm like,
for
Mom,
sure.
that's not your president.
For sure.
But yo, you know what? I
Which is our
respect that
president.
honesty too.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Hey,
Fuck it.
that.
You know?
Yo, honesty is the best policy. I'm telling you.
Hell yeah,
Man.
hell yeah, always.
Fuck.
If you're honest, people are honest with you. Keep it moving. Hopefully.
And people like that shit too. You look at
It's true.
Look at the last 10 years in rap, right? Like the niggas that really stood the test of time. In my opinion, I'd say Drake, Cole, Kendrick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now, out of those three, what cap do you really get out of their
It's
raps?
true,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying? People fell in love with them because of their honesty. They were
Exactly.
mad relatable.
Well, my
Like,
thing
you know what I'm
is-
saying?
100%.
Relatable. I highly doubt they being honest. But like when talking about Drake, for instance,
I knew he was gonna be the first one.
this one's for you.
Definitely.
This one's for you.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
That's my guy, man.
He's a genius.
Facts.
Undeniable.
It's all those guys with the staying power. It's their approach to the bullshit.
Yeah.
We stay loving them as artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because artists can say whatever they want because they're being creative.
Yeah.
So if Drake decides he wants to talk about this, that, or the third, we're not gonna be like, he means that shit.
Yeah.
Because he ain't out here doing
It's
dumb shit.
exactly.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And he's not out here in the fucking tabloids and in the fucking social media and all that shit.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just, you know what I mean? And even when they try to put him in there, the way he maneuvers it. You know what
He's
I'm saying?
brilliant guy, bro.
Yo, he be maneuvering it
He does.
so
Yeah, yeah,
properly
yeah.
that it's like, oh yeah, we still got to concentrate on his music.
Facts.
Yeah.
Forget that shit.
He's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
brilliant guy, man.
Stay an artist. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just people just get too involved in other stuff and forget
Yeah.
we don't care.
Yes.
Like, you know, just give
Exactly.
us some music
Yeah.
before we concentrate on that stuff too hard. And then
100%.
it affects our opinion on your music. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
No, it's true, bro.
like-
That happened to me recently with an artist. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Coil Ray.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
Benzino's daughter.
yes.
That trips me out every time.
crazy, right?
Every time.
Bro, I heard some music of her. I'm like, it's pretty good. But then every day now I see her in the, I don't know,
Social media,
something's
a
going
post or
on,
some
something.
shit.
And I'm like, bro, now I'm not going to check out your music, your new track, because everything I see you in is something stupid. Like,
Yeah, I just.
it's
I'm
probably not
losing-
all her fault, but it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm losing interest.
it's so easy to
you
lose
know?
interest. And it's like, all right.
Yeah,
Easy.
I feel like that's the thing too. Like when they get someone to pop off, like my opinion, I be thinking these guys don't have a follow up single to blow up with, so they gotta start doing the tactics
something like
to
that.
stay relevant.
Some-
You know,
that's kinda what I
I've been
meant.
thinking, like, I'm like, these niggas don't got no second.
I
Well,
think so. That's what I meant
that's-
earlier with the
yeah.
one hit
And
wonder.
I
You know?
don't want to relate this to her because
Nah,
Yeah, yeah,
shout
no,
out
no,
to her.
yeah,
no,
Shout
I
out to
don't.
her.
I don't know
If
her.
Coil
like
Ray
that,
was
but I think a lot
around,
Of,
shout
I think
out-
a lot of
yeah.
people aren't exactly the creatives.
Yeah, there's
You
a
know
little
what I'm
bit
saying?
behind.
They
Yeah,
might be entertainers. Or
Yes.
they might
Yeah,
want to be famous or any of those things, you know. But in reality, they might even just have a look.
right.
You know what I mean?
No,
No,
you've seen
100%.
that plenty of
Yeah,
times.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
people like
Since
that,
as-
but like creatives are creatives, and I
Exactly.
think you know who they are because they force you to focus on what they created.
Facts.
You know, and when you look at those guys, you always respect them. So
Yeah.
it's like just ignore the other bullshit.
Yep.
That
and
goes
we're
a
good.
lot.
You know,
Yeah, that goes a
Absolutely.
long way,
Well
yo.
said.
That shit, dog. that's gonna it's gonna surpass all the fucking the bullshit that comes with being an artist.
Yeah, because that shit comes and goes.
You know
It
what I'm
comes
saying?
and it goes.
Exactly.
It comes and it goes. And it comes and it goes.
Especially again, yo,
They'll let
in
you.
this
Time
era,
will
yo.
tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What
Always.
all those artists have to provide. You know what I mean?
Always.
So,
Yeah, that's as old as the industry. It's as old as time,
did you
basically.
take a drink? Because I just
Another
dropped the
cliche.
You
I
know
was
what I'm
about to
saying?
say another one. I'm like, all
I
right.
just dropped the cliche.
I'll be in with you guys though. You guys.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We're coming up on an hour. So I don't know, you guys have any? I know you got the single coming, Koda. This podcast will probably be out, you know. Billy Ocean. This will probably come out if not the same day, same week for sure. So yo,
That would be.
yeah, hell yeah. Let's talk about that a minute though. Like,
First,
Yeah.
you heard it.
hell yeah. Okay.
What do you think about?
So I heard Frozen,
Yeah.
which was what, like January, February, something like that, March.
March.
Yeah.
I fucked with it.
Well, it was practically April. It was March 30th.
Yeah, March 31st.
I remember, you know, it had the cold vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked with it.
Yeah.
I heard Billy Ocean last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What's the first thing I said to you guys when I met you for the first time?
Yeah,
Both
when
of you.
When we met 2 weeks ago.
First thing, I'm like, yo,
That's
I heard that song over the phone. Fire. So, yo, anyone who's listening to this, if you've already heard the song, you know it's fire. If you haven't heard it yet,
Appreciate that.
super fire.
super dope.
And that's my perspective. Someone who never met you before, never really knew what your music was like. I love that song and the production. I asked who's producing this.
Nice.
You know,
I see.
fucked with it heavy.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
You know?
Real shit, yo.
That beat was kind of like it. That beat, that production on it was kind of. The word I'm gonna use is grimy,
Yeah.
like flashy, grimy. Like it's like you could bang
Still
that.
has that,
Yes.
that raw
Which is
hip-hop
what I
vibe
like,
to
bro.
it.
Like
But it's not
the dirty, but it's not.
It's not like there's nothing like old school or traditional about
Right.
it. No, you know, but
Right.
it has
And it's
this-
got that
it has
dancey
this hip
yes.
bang to it, this hip hop
Yes.
bang to it. But
Yes,
the way he rides it though brings it to this
that's a banger.
contemporary level.
And
you
you're
know?
talking that shit on it too. For sure.
Man, like he
For
says,
sure.
some of my
A couple
favorite
of those in
lyrics he's
there.
ever written.
Yeah, I
on
fucked
that
with it.
record.
That's another one, yo. That second verse I had for like 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, I just
Came in
always
handy.
knew.
Yeah.
I memorized it. I memorized the shit. Like when we recorded, I didn't know phone was.
You knew you were gonna use it. Just
Yeah,
when.
You know, I knew I had to be on the right song and the right beat.
That's
You know what
fire.
I'm saying?
No, I think you guys fucking nailed it with that one, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
When that
Appreciate it.
July 5th.
July
Yes,
5th.
sir, yo.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That shit be doing this
On
shit.
all
fire.
streaming platforms.
Mondays.
I don't know how much you want to reveal, but
Video coming after that too.
Okay,
We
that's
gotta
huge.
reshot the video.
okay. So the 5th is just the audio.
Just the audio.
Okay.
Yeah, the audio's
okay.
coming out the 5th.
Got that cleared up then.
So yeah, that'll be on all DSPs and
I got some shit coming out probably end of July, August. It's gonna fit super good with that song.
Nice.
Some shit for me. I'm gonna use your track if you give me the blessing.
You have
It's gonna
our
work
blessing.
fucking sick. I already know what that's gonna look like.
100%,
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
100%.
And I don't know how much you want to reveal, but you got like a little album type shit coming in the way, or
definitely be an EP.
yeah,
Yes.
that's fire.
EP will
Yeah.
be on the way.
EP before we get to. We have enough content to do several albums right now, but when it comes down to a full length album, we're gonna really
Yeah, niggas finna get
Take
in
your
that.
time.
we're gonna really
Yeah.
dig into that. You
Getting
know?
on my J shit.
Yeah,
Finna cut
so-
my hair.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
just really getting that. You know,
Come
talk
through
that
with the
shit.
fucking
Yeah.
biblical beard.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Nah, real shit.
dip off to a
yeah,
cabin
man.
somewhere.
Yeah.
in
Like,
fucking
you know,
the
we'll go
winter
somewhere
and
and
just fucking do
record
it,
that.
you know. But
That's
we've
real.
got a lot of records in the
In the
vault right
stash.
now, so people
Love it.
you know don't have to worry about getting content. you
That's
know,
like
quota
a-
content.
That's a old school. I feel like strategy, like the have some in the stash. You never know.
Hey, listen,
Keep something ready.
even
Love
like,
that.
to be honest, the way we work, because it hasn't really been that long.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I'm not used to having this many records. Like I'd still be in like development mode.
Right.
where it's like, we're still trying to work out your sound.
Right.
We fucking hit the ground running kind of deal. So like the backlog we have is just like
That's
it's
sick.
a super blessing because it's like we really shouldn't have this many records already.
Yeah.
But we do. And when I tell you, fire on fire on fire. And I'm
Love
not
that, bro.
gassing. I'm the last to gas, and they all know it. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
I'm the last
But you
to
also
gas,
know, you know
I'm
what you have.
saying? Yeah, and I know.
We wouldn't,
Confident.
we wouldn't be this confident if we didn't know it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Straight up.
You gotta have that. You gotta have that confidence / arrogance, you know, about
Oh, yeah,
yourself,
yeah,
about
yeah,
what you
for
can do.
sure.
You need that chip on your shoulder for sure.
Like, me too, man.
Oh, well, nobody can tell me nothing about what Koda's about to do.
Love that, bro. Gang shit for real.
They can't.
And it's just vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's it.
You
I said in the song, super fast, the best stuff.
We
I
are.
love that.
You know what I'm saying?
And Fax, you mainly locked in with Koda. Or you got other artists right now.
I got other artists right now. Next up is JTMI.
Yeah, shout out to Young Bro.
You know, he
JT.
just did a record with Koda. actually.
Ooh, there we go.
So you'll be hearing that
Oh, that
soon
shit.
as well.
That's gonna be like, I love a good feature.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that
so-
shit.
He's got a single coming soon too. So
Mm-hmm.
we got
Love
the
that.
team. The team is
Shout out Unica
Yeah.
too.
it's
Gang.
Unica.
Gang.
Yo, we out here right now, and the best part is when we come back on the show.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because
Hell
we
yeah.
coming back on the show.
Oh, yeah. We
I
gotta do
just
this
invited
again.
myself.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
This shit again.
There we
We're
go.
already there. You know
This
what I
shit didn't
mean?
even feel like a podcast.
Yeah, we got. You
Catching
know what I'm
up,
saying?
yo,
We just
you know?
catch
That's
up.
what it
We come
is,
back
bro.
and catch up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is no Vlad TV, bro.
Straight up. You know, we out here hanging. You
Hell
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Chilling out.
That's the
kicking it.
vibe.
I remember this whole week too. I'm like, fuck, so how do you prepare for a podcast?
You sit down.
You just-
I remember,
You sit
I'm like,
down.
yo, in my head, like I had this whole thing, like, all right, so I was inspired by this.
You know what's funny, bro? I go through that with myself. Like, what am I gonna talk to these
Yeah.
guys about?
Mhm.
Just gotta shoot the shit.
Human
sometimes,
shit, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't hard people to have conversations with. Man.
And
Bro,
like I said,
people-
the more episodes you do,
Yeah.
you'll have these. You'll have
Yo, music.
because you really you got it, man. You can.
Oh, I appreciate that, bro. I just believe, bro, music, podcast, whatever the fuck your thing is, the soul's gotta be there, the honesty's gotta be there. The rest of the shit, you'll tune that up.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's not built on
all
bullshit,
the technical stuff is.
you'll figure that out.
And that's when it pays off too. You know? Like, you
Hell
can't
yeah.
get in this motherfucking. Just
So
be
you
like,
no, sorry.
Oh, no,
You
no,
can
no,
check
no, no.
again.
I was just gonna say like you can't get in there and just think automatically rich off this shit.
Nah, bro.
Like,
What's the
work.
fun in that anyway?
Yeah,
You
Like
know,
that,
And
man, you
that's
might
what
as
it
well
is
do it.
too. Like
It's
I don't
boring.
Know, it wouldn't be fun, you know what I'm saying?
bro. I have people hit me that I don't know, and they'll be like, "Yo, spam my comments." I'm like, now I'm never gonna watch your shit. Like, that's not how you approach
lost.
somebody.
Yeah.
Whether you're a art,
Didn't work.
never, bro. What the fuck,
Ain't
Jay?
that work?
That
Yo,
didn't
if
work.
Jay Z was up and coming rapper in 2020, 2021, he would not have asked people to do that shit.
That's
You
not, that
know,
wouldn't have been his approach.
That's never the
That wouldn't have
wave,
been
bro.
his approach, yeah.
Corny shit is never.
Yeah,
I used to call this shit, like, my tagline was slander and cornballs. Cause fucking Max B used to say that all the
Yeah,
time, like,
yeah,
"You
yeah.
fucking cornball." I'm like, yo, for real, but I had to pull back
Just
from
sit
that,
there
you
and
know.
Fucking slander a bunch of cornballs.
Yo, that
What
was the
fuck you
early
doing?
way. I had to pull back, but I believe in that shit, bro. Oh, bro, that's the. I named the shit after him. Vigilante season, man.
Man,
dope.
I had all them come up DVD.
Oh, best shit ever.
His shit, and I fuck with Jim Jones heavy too.
Do you?
Jones,
Yo, he's
what?
winning now though.
Jones is.
I swear,
he
he's-
made like the craziest transition. Yo.
Crazy. He's like one of the biggest rappers
Real
now.
shit, yo. You heard Jones
Like,
rap
he's
lately,
huge,
yo?
bro.
Like this new shit, like this nigga.
Yeah, I heard
rapping,
his
Yeah.
new shit is fucking
He's
hard.
huge. I see him
he
all
was the
over.
weakest link in
I heard
Dipset.
He
yo,
was
but-
the enforcer.
But he was the enforcer, and he had his swag was like Cam and him had the most impact, yo. In, like,
Oh,
just,
yeah.
like, the
Cam and
swag
Jim,
the
yeah.
Culture, yo. Like Joel, all three of them, yo. Fuck, yo.
Yo,
like,
Joel's
I-
with the
Joel's
Jones
was
was
the
my
rapper.
favorite one.
Joel's
of all
was
of
the
them.
Yeah.
rapper.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he didn't
Joel's-
have like he didn't have
He was so
Yeah,
young.
bandana, yo,
like
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was just like
He
He was so
the kid
young
that
at the
rapped,
time.
The kid,
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Where Cameron was like
That nigga.
an icon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
made
Like
Pink famous.
yeah, you know, he's doing more than just
Yeah.
rapping to make you look at him. He's like, yo, look
Oh,
at me.
bro,
I'm
I love
Cameron.
Cam.
You know what I'm saying?
They set the
I'm rapping
tone
the
too
rap.
with the.
You know, you
Nah, real shit, bro.
Spisk in the middle, hip in the biddles.
Got computers computing.
Yes.
Rapping and shooting.
Yo, I was
Yo,
just
that-
recently
Yeah,
watching
fire,
the.
yo, yo.
Remember that freestyle they did on like Rap City where he's
Rap City,
counting the
over
money?
My block beat, yeah, did it over
Bro, he's
Vinny,
counting
too.
the money.
Great guy.
Oh,
Yeah, that shit
bro.
was hard.
They're even a
That's
good
so hard.
example too, where they had the foundation. They had the big Dipset, and then they had the guys I don't want to say second tier, but like
Yeah, all them niggas, 40 Cal, J.R.
Freaky
Ryder,
Zeke.
Freaky Zeke, Freaky. Yeah, all them Duke the God and shit.
Hell
Hey man, when you try to put your
man.
homies on, man, you try to
You
put
got
your
to,
homies
Right?
on,
Yo,
man.
I fuck with that though.
Cam made the most. He made a 20,000. That no one can tell. Killer Season did not cost more. $20,000 in push. That movie was shot with like $5,000.
$5,000.
But that is a fucking classic.
That's
yo.
a
That
I will
movie was
watch
shot
that
with
shit
the
to
budget
this
of
day,
whatever
yo.
the cameras cost.
Yeah,
That-
niggas shot that off their phones.
They
yo.
went over to
Love
the block
that
and
spirit,
shot
bro.
That movie was the best movie ever, yo. Like,
bro.
Yo,
What?
real talk.
Timeless.
When I watch all them old hood movies, be not like excluding like John Singleton joints and stuff. like
Yeah.
that, right?
Those are Hollywood hood
Yeah,
joints.
okay. We're talking hood movies.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking
Yeah,
the
yeah.
state properties
State prop.
and things like that, right? The bellies and shit. Yo, those are some. Like, I watch movies, bro. Like, I'm a film guy now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a connoisseur.
Yeah.
When I watch those movies now, bro,
They
I'm like, wow,
wild.
these are some terrible movies.
But the shits
Like,
be fire, fam.
Yo,
Like,
but I'm like, yo,
nigga,
I
them
love
movies
this
is the
shit.
Hell yeah.
But
man.
it's so
Hell yeah.
Oh no, they're super
It's
bad.
so fucking
Super
bad, man.
Super
Listen.
bad.
There was a yeah.
Belly, shot by Hype. Hype's the
Nigga
shit.
made
Yeah.
music videos.
Fucking,
Hype's the shit,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
But the acting, though.
Yeah, 'cause none of them were actors.
Nas, bro. Like,
That's when you see a
the nigga
different.
they told the nigga just show up.
just be you.
They gave him the lines as they
Although,
shot.
yo, I think Cam was a pretty good actor though.
Yo,
in Paid in Full.
Yo, Paid in Full is
Rico.
probably the
Yeah.
best.
I think
Like,
so.
yeah,
Paid in
that's
Full,
Not Hollywood one.
Paid in Full,
you
and
know?
Shatas was my.
Shatas is nice.
I
like
love that
Shatas.
one, bro.
I like Shatas.
Classic,
Shatas is tight.
You couldn't be around me for the first week I watched that because I I was about to go to
The most
Miami.
grimiest, though, is City of God.
Oh, that's a crazy one. But that's like a legit
That's
film,
a legit
though.
film. Yeah.
That shit's
That's a
dope.
crazy
But
film.
it's made to look away. Though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's
Yeah,
made
that was a
to look
scary
fucking
movie, bro. That was
grimy
a scary
as
one.
Wait,
fuck,
niggas
bro.
ain't fucking with the wash yo with Dr. Dre.
Dr.
Snoop.
Oh,
Dre
yeah.
Snoop. Yeah, that
Dr.
shit
Dre
is
That,
like
that shit is a classic,
That's
bro.
a classic.
Like,
It is a classic.
yo,
actually.
some of them
Yeah.
movies, man.
Even bro, I'll even throw fucking. This is a Hollywood movie, but Training Day. It was that was like a hood
That was a good
movie.
Yeah,
That's-
that
It was a
movie
Hollywood
That's
movie,
a
but
Hollywood hood movie.
Yeah,
It
that's
is,
a
man.
Hollywood- There's
Yeah.
a few of those, yo. There's a few of those.
Snoop fucking had crack in his fucking
Yeah, they fucking
with the
stuck
pen.
in him.
holy shit. That was
That's
crazy,
nice.
bro.
That's my favorite line.
Yeah.
Pass me the bitch.
Yeah.
Give me the bitch or some shit
Fuck
like
with
that.
that.
He's like,
It's funny when they go fuck with the essays at the end.
Mm.
I thought White Boy was out.
That was some scary shit.
you ain't never had your shit pushed in.
Ooh. Bro, that guy was
Oh,
like,
this
he
is
was.
getting weird.
That guy ended up
getting
being in
weird.
Breaking Bad. I don't know if you saw that shit.
Yeah, he was one of the
Tuco.
bosses.
That was him.
He was the boss,
Tuco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I seen Breaking Bad, the first thing I said was,
Yeah, he has to be crazy.
as soon as I
Right?
seen him, he was playing the same motherfucker. He
And it
was
worked.
just-
It worked super
He came
well.
up. He
Yeah,
came up
yeah.
after Training Day. That's him
Right.
after Training Day. He came up.
Yeah,
man.
that was a while after,
The
yeah.
next Mexican nigga too, Hector. He Hector in every fucking movie.
Yeah,
Hector. That's
the
Hector.
bald
Hector's
guy.
That's
Hector,
Hector.
bro.
Yeah.
That has to be his
He was
name
in
real
Half
life.
Baked, right?
He was in
Half Baked, I think.
He was in
He's
that.
in
He was in
everything.
Malibu's
If
Most
you
Wanted.
look
Yeah,
hard
shout
enough,
out to that one.
he's in
was in
all
Yeah,
of
he's
them
in
shits,
all
yeah.
of them.
I remember that was a meme for a minute.
Yeah.
Why is this
Hector-
guy the
they
same
had the
character?
list of all the movies
All
he was in,
Hector, yeah.
And he Hector in every movie.
I remember
Same
that, bro.
accent, same everything.
You guys watching any shit? Now I'm not really watching too much lately. New shit.
Queen of the South was my shit.
Oh yeah.
Until Power come back on and Snowfall.
Yeah.
Power.
That was
I've heard a lot about Snowfall, but I've never seen it yet.
Yeah, Snowfall's dope.
I watch Marvel shit. I'm all Marvel.
Are you really?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
he do
guessed that.
cartoons and shit.
Interesting.
Not cartoons, but like,
I'm all comics.
Were you a,
All
a comic book kid?
Oh, super comics. I used to collect and shit. Like, bro, that's why they call me Super Fax.
Interesting. There we go.
So,
Yo, is that your actual
that's
name?
hard, yo.
Super Fax?
No, facts. I swear to God.
It's on his birth certificate.
When I was talking to her, I'd say facts all the time, and she's like, "Oh, I keep thinking you're talking about bro."
Trust me, they fucked me over with that shit.
No, there'll be sometimes
They
I'll
fucked
say
me
it,
over
we'll
with
be,
that
we'll
shit.
be talking and he'll say some shit. I'll be like, yeah, facts. I'm like, I wonder if he thinks I'm
Honestly, bro, I say that
I'm
every.
digging him up too
I've grown.
much.
sentence.
I've figured out the tone.
Yeah, you know.
I figured out the tone now. Which one?
Yo,
I
facts.
call it. Exactly. It usually comes with an A. Or
Yeah,
yo,
okay.
or, you know,
Or
a
that's,
facts.
or that's a,
You know what I'm saying?
that's a.
That's a fact.
Right. Like if you're saying, if you say, Yeah, facts. Or something. I'm not answering. I feel like, hey, facts.
That's fucking
I'm
hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? They fuck my shit up, man.
That's a legendary name, though. That's a good producer tag.
Nah, for shit show, man.
All right, yo, any last minute shout outs? Shout out your like social medias and all that. Where would the people find you at?
Koda does it with a Z.
There we go.
Yeah.
Look out for that.
It's on everything, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the essential shit. Just keep looking out for that music, yo. That shit.
Hell yeah, it's coming.
It's coming, man, you know. Cause we working. So.
Fucking tsunami coming.
Yeah, man.
Mine's at Fax Cain.
Fax Cain.
FAXCAIN.
There we go. Follow the gang. Look at them. You already know. At Versatile Vigilante, always. Young Vince, we're here. All right.
Shout out.
Let's do one more cheers, and then we're out of here.
Cheers.
Gang, gang.
Till Friday.
Yes. Vigilante.